Welcome back. Today we're going to unpack a really powerful local legend, one that comes from the rugged mountains of Montana. It's an incredible story that weaves together mystery, survival, and what it really means to be a hero.
All right, let's get right into it. So the whole story starts with this super mysterious figure, a man people only knew as the Lone Eagle. He lived way up in the mountains, high above everyone else, where the eagles fly. Just this solitary figure against this huge, wild backdrop.
And here's the thing. Nobody knew his real name. His whole story was pretty much just speculation, and it was split between two main theories. Was he a soldier, maybe one who'd seen too much and just wanted to get away from it all after the war? Or was he something else entirely, maybe a guardian spirit of the mountains themselves?
I mean, can you imagine that? Looking up at these dark, huge mountains and seeing that single, tiny point of light. It was this constant thing, a sign that someone was up there. But everyone just respected his existence. He was part of the landscape, for sure, but totally separate from the town down below.
But this is where the story really takes a turn. His legend was absolutely cemented one year when this just awful, relentless winter storm hit the region, burying everything under a crazy amount of snow.
So there's this small town, right, tucked away in the valley, and it's completely cut off. The situation was getting bad. I mean, really bad. No food could get in, they were running out of stuff for heat, and the roads were just gone. You could feel this quiet desperation setting in. Hope was fading, fast.
And right when things were at their absolute worst, when it felt like all was lost, something incredible happens. Help shows up, from the last place anyone would have ever expected. First, these mysterious footprints start showing up in the fresh snow, and they're not leading away from town, they're leading to it. Then, people start opening their doors, and what do they find? Life-saving supplies, just sitting there. We're talking bags of food, warm blankets, medicine. A silent hero was definitely at work.
So obviously the question on everyone's mind was simple. Who is this? But, I think deep down, they all had the same idea. Those footprints, they led right back up into the high peaks, back towards that one solitary campfire. It just had to be him. But here's the crucial part. His identity as their savior stayed a belief, a legend, because nobody ever actually saw him. No one caught a clear glimpse. He was like a ghost in the storm, just a whisper in the wind.
Okay, but the story doesn't stop there. Not at all. Fast forward a few years. The storm is long gone. Life's back to normal. And then, a discovery up on a mountain trail adds this whole new, profound layer to the legend.
And yeah, you can really see how this whole thing grew over time. It didn't just happen all at once. It kicks off with that insane winter. Then years later, this clue pops up which gives it a voice. And now, it's this thing they remember every single year.
So get this. A young boy is out exploring a trail up near the mountain, and he finds two little things tucked away. The first is a small pendant, beautifully carved to look just like an eagle's feather. And with it, a weathered little piece of paper with a message.
And the message itself? Wow, this wasn't just some note. It's like a whole philosophy. It basically defines being a hero not by getting applause or being famous, but by quiet, anonymous kindness. The act itself is the only thing that matters.
And that discovery, that final message from the mountain, it totally solidified the Lone Eagle's place in the heart of that whole community. It turned a mysterious story into a core belief, a tradition that's still going on to this day. And from that day forward, the town started to notice something incredible. Every single year, on the anniversary of when the storm finally ended, a lone eagle appears and just circles high above the town. It's seen as a sign, a living symbol of their unseen protector, this really powerful, recurring reminder. And that right there, that's the absolute essence of what a legend is. Can you prove the lone eagle was a real person? Or that the eagle that circles the town is a spirit? Nope. But it doesn't matter, because it becomes true in the hearts of the people who tell the story. And honestly, that's the real takeaway here. The power of the lone eagle isn't about proving if he was a man or a spirit. His power lives in the story itself. It's a story about courage, about selflessness, and the impact you can have by just helping people without needing to be seen.
And that leaves us with one last thing to think about. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If a real hero is someone who helps when no one is watching, who are all the heroes around us that we never even get to see?